What's up everyone, this is ShoryuGame welcoming you to another KOF-15 trailer analysis. Today is a big day. Today saw the reveal trailer of my favorite character, not only in KOF but in all video games. The humble member of the women fighters team and the very child-friendly big sister of every kid. The one, the only. Alright, enough sarcasm. Mai is here, moving on. In case you were living on another planet in a far distant galaxy and never heard of this woman before, here's a quick presentation. Mai is a character from the Fatal Fury series. She made her debut in the second installment as the love interest of the main protagonist's brother. And for reasons that I'm not going to explain, she became the most popular character in all SNK's catalog. Mai is present in all KOF games, with the exception of 12, but no one cares for that game, so might as well consider she's always been around. Mai is a main pillar of the women fighters team. The only times where she left it were in 99, where she joined the Fatal Fury group, and in 11, where she was an unlockable single entry. Now let's dissect this new trailer of hers. It starts with cherry tree leaves falling. It might be a throwback to my stage in Real Bout Fatal Fury special. No new stage was presented like the last time, but the one shown during the first half of the trailer reminded me a lot of my stage in Fatal Fury 3. I find some similarities between the two, but it may be just me. Now with the star of the trailer, Mai Shiranui. There is no other way around it. She looks very beautiful. No one dares say otherwise. After her intro cutscene and what looks like her win pose, we got to see her normals as expected. First there is her jump C, followed into her close standing C. Her far standing D works as a solid anti-air. Her sweep and throw are pretty much unchanged. The down forward D is present in her moveset, which is not always the case in some games. And finally, she hits the poor Andy with her standing CD attack. After another cutscene that suggests that Mai may have many special pre-battle dialogues, the trailer transitions to her specials. First move is an EX version of her Ryuembu that, like in 14, sends the opponent flying and allows for some combo juggling. Next move is another EX variation, the Hisatsu Shinobibachi, a fast long-range attack to punish opponents from distance, but also very punishable itself if blocked. The following technique shows my strongest point. You may think that, since she's a ninja, her main asset would be speed, but you would be wrong. Mai is not a particularly fast character. Her main stroke point, however, is aerial control. She is very mobile in the air. Her Musasabi no Mai is one example of that faculty and is also shown as an EX move. Her projectile, Kyuuun, is unsurprisingly present in her move list, and the EX version shown here has the same annoying property that had in 14, the ability of bouncing and hitting a second time even after it hits a first time or is blocked. But what I found curious here is that Andy also throws a fireball, but Mai's Kyuuun not only nullifies his, but also keeps its EX property, leading to hitting him twice. I don't know if that was possible in 14 as well. After enduring her taunt, we get to witness again her aerial control possibilities. The Okihane, or down B in the air, used to be a follow-up attack of the charge version of the Musasabi no Mai in older games. It was used to trick the opponent and attack them from a different angle than they anticipated. It also causes a hard knockdown. This time, Mai doesn't seem she was charging anything before executing this attack, which means that Okihane is an independent command normal and it's even easier to do than before. I'm not a Mai player, so I don't know if that was possible before. Next, we're shown the first combo of the trailer. Mai starts with a close standing D, followed with a regular version of Ryuembu, then with an EX Ryuembu, which is curious, usually it's the other way around. Anyways, then Mai finishes the combo with her air throw Yumezakura. The following combo is mean, starting with a cross-up jump D, which, for those who don't know what a cross-up means, allows attacking the opponent from behind. Then it continues into a standing close C, and a regular Hisatsu Shinobibachi. Next combo starts with a crouch C, followed with a down forward D, but before the second attack lands, Mai cancels it into Ryuin Bout and finishes the combo with her level 2 super, Shou Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi. That leads to the last combo of the trailer. It starts with a raw max mode activation. I think this is the first time we saw that in these trailers. Mai then initiates her combo with a close C, regular Ryuin Bout, cancelled into level 1 super, Shou Hisatsu Shinobi Bachi, followed with level 2 Kagero no Mai, which I'm more than happy to see it's still here. And finally, she finishes the combo with her level 3 super. Its initial animation looks a lot like Shiranui Ryuogi Kunoichi, her climax super in 14, but then it transitions to something more like her Huo no Mai, where she creates a wheel of flames. And that concludes Mai's reveal trailer analysis. Overall, I like her update model, and she looks like a very solid character. I know she was already strong in 14, and I think her version in 15 will be no different. My only regret though, I wish if they had changed her stance. It's just ridiculous and makes no sense. Her old stance at least makes her look more serious about fighting. The end of the trailer had something that I wasn't expecting, or rather, it didn't have something that I was actually expecting. I was assuming that since Yuri and King were revealed, if the next character is Mai, then they will form the women fighter team again. Surprisingly, the trailer doesn't say so. Normally, when all members of the same team are revealed, they clearly announce them as a team, but not this time. So this can only mean that Mai is not in the same team as Yuri or King. Actually, we're not even sure who is with who. For all we know, she could be in the same team as Yashiro. Nah, not likely. He would never swap Shermie for Mai. I still think that the Art of Fighting team has to be announced next. That makes Ryo or Robert the most likely characters to be revealed next week. Either them or Shermie. What do you think? Before ending this video, I just want to clear up a common misunderstanding. Many think that I hate Mai because she wasn't in my top 10 waifus list, but that's not true. I really don't hate her. I think she is alright and maybe a bit overrated, but that's it. That's my genuine sentiment about her. There are many female characters in K-Wave who are far more interesting than Mai in terms of backstory, design and gameplay, but that's just my opinion. You obviously don't have to agree with me, and if you believe that Mai is the best character in K-Wave or even in all fighting games, you're more than welcome to think so. She is a babe, alright. That's it for now. I hope that was somewhat informative. I also hope you enjoyed it, and as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.